Quest Supremacy Chapter 92 has been released and the war has officially begun. South Gangbuk versus North Gangbuk, or better say Ryu. And before the fight begins we see Young, and at first it seems like he wants to back up Ryu and help him to defeat the others, as he says that he looks like he could need some help. And by he, I don't think that he meant Ryu, as he for sure knows how strong Ryu is. I'm sure that Young meant Kim and kind of wanted to help him already in this moment by maybe landing a sneak attack on Ryu, but due to Ryu noticing Young kind of pretended as if he still was a companion of Ryu. I'm 100% sure that Young will become an important wildcard at some point during this fight and will be the one who will turn around the fight to the favors of South Gangbuk. But for now, Ryu instantly put on an exclamation mark by eliminating all of the right hand men of East, South and West Gangbuk, which is totally insane. And even Naoya Yom's terabyte low kick couldn't hit Ryu. But it is cool though that his attack got at least acknowledged by Ryu. So Han Jae, Kim and Kang Seok know that they don't stand a chance against him individually, and neither plan to somehow land a valid hit on Ryu Si-kyung. Because as we know, this would grant Kim a MasterCard, a card that he needs so that he can turn around the fight. And of course, as always, Kim suddenly has a plan in mind, but therefore needs the help of Kang Seok and Han Jae. So both attack Ryu, and I love also how we get to see how Han Jae and Kang activate their exclusive cards that we have seen in the past being used in the fights against Kim, like Self-Hatred for Han Jae, which boosts his stats drastically because of all of the pent-up emotions of inferiority, or Kang's exclusive card Infinite Suplexes that allows Kang to suplex his opponents till they lose their consciousness. And right when it looked like Kang Seok finally managed to get a hold on Ryu so that Kim would be able to land a valid hit on him with his beast attack, Ryu just smashes Kim and Kang onto the ground as if they were the biggest rookies in Quest Supremacy. And the change of emotions Han Jae had when he saw that their plan didn't work at first is so well drawn and portrayed, as it shows perfectly what kind of monster Ryu is. So like I just said, Ryu smashes Kim and Kang onto the ground, but guys, we need to remember that of course Kang Seok was a monster in the past as well, and therefore instantly gets back up to grapple Ryu once again, even to Ryu's surprise. Kang Seok really is a character that has been built up perfectly through the series, as he has always been a dangerous threat no matter how bad the odds were. So Han Jae and Kim also come to Kang Seok's help, and together the three manage to detain Ryu, all for this one moment and for the actual plan that they had in mind, because the three top dogs aren't the strongest one there. It is actually Ji Hae-yeon with her one-shot attack, Jig and Ryu. And I totally forgot that the criteria of the current quest actually never has been that Kim needs the one to land a valid hit. It could be every one of his crew, and in this case Ji Hae-yeon with her one-shot attack is actually the one only based on power, besides maybe Naoya Yom's, who could have landed a valid hit on Ryu. So Ryu got hit brutally by her sword, and everyone is totally out of stamina, but together they manage to complete the quest, which means that Kim finally gets his first MasterCard, and there are three interesting things we need to talk about. So first of all, let's talk about the MasterCard. So Kim got a MasterCard that is called Mana Drain, and I'm pretty sure that the card will drain Ryu's stats and stamina to a level where his stats will be similar to everyone else's stats for a specific time, which means that they are theoretically able to beat him in this fight. Furthermore, let's talk about Cho Hae-yun, as he got shown once again after Kim gained the MasterCard. And this is obviously another hint that Cho-yun for sure is a quest player as well, or at least knows about the system and therefore can feel or see what is happening recently. And it also seems like the MasterCard kind of has a similar design like the earring Cho-yun is wearing, so maybe there's a connection as well. And now on to the third point. Although South Gangbuk landed a rival hit on Ryu, which should seriously hurt him, we could just see Ryu smiling while he was lying on the ground, as if the hit didn't have any effect on him at all. So there are basically two possibilities. Either Ryu is just a super strong badass, which is obviously possible, as he was just playing around with the others before and is now going into serious mode, or Cho-yun used a card to make Ryu instantly recover from the rival hit, like Kim always does whenever he uses his recovery bean card. And I'm pretty sure that this might be the case. I'm also sure that Cho-yun was or maybe still is a quest player like Kim, but somehow failed to unify Gangbuk, or maybe didn't show any interest in it, and somehow found a way to get out of the system without losing his powers. Nevertheless, I can't wait for the next week's chapter, and especially when Ryu will go into serious mode and when Kim will use his MasterCard for the first time. Alright guys, what do you think about the current chapter? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, stay safe and have a nice day.